Okay, I'm making a wreath for a friend. So I'm starting by, I have all this twig, and I'm going to create an area where I can add greenery to. And so I'm just gonna start by using a green floral wire. This is a 22 gauge. This is my favorite one because it's nice and thick. I'm just gonna start by making sure this is together. So just tie it in the center. Okay, and you're gonna see I'm gonna cut some of this off so it's not gonna look so crazy. You just with these beaded wreaths, this one is from Hobby Lobby. If you make your own, great. If not, the Hobby Lobby has these, and you're gonna fill around on the beads, like these all twist and turn, but there's gonna be an area where it does not twist and turn, and that is where the wire is glued together. So you want to put all your greenery in that area. So what I'll do is I'm just going to tie this on. Just like so. And now I'm going to twist this around. So I got this twig from a wreath that I had. It was a twig wreath, and I just pulled it out of an old wreath. Sometimes you can find twig wreaths on sale, and use part of those wreaths. Okay, another thing I could do is I could cut it, or I could use this by breaking it over, because I'm going to go back. And the wire is really good for the stems as well. It's just another support area. You can glue here when you're finished wiring it on. So I'm going to keep one wire up so that when you come back you can tie it in the center. This is a little longer than I would like it to be, so again, I'm just gonna break this and pull it over, and then I can just cut any extras that are hanging off there. This twig is very sharp. I tend to get lots of slivers with this. So, and then we're going to go back again. I like to make little X's here. Okay. Go one more time this way. Oh my, okay. I'm going to cut it, twist it around. Here's that extra piece, and then I'm just going to twist this and cut. You can add greenery to these hoops also by just adding them on with wire, but I highly recommend doing it this way because you can make your wreaths fuller, and it's more supported that way. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a little glue. Oh, no, I'm not, because my glue gun is not ready, so I'll do that at the end. So I'm just going to make this a super simple greenery wreath for a friend for her wood door. I am just going to leave this the plain color because her door is wood, like I said, so this will stick out more. I dip each stem into the glue, and I just poke it right into the twig. So this is, I believe, I think this is a 14-inch frame, but you can also get them smaller and much bigger as well. So I'm gonna do quite a few different colors of greenery. I'm grabbing some more of what I just put in. And again, just dip and push that through. My friend likes simple, and so I'm gonna make this style very simple for her. Sometimes when I say that, I have a hard time doing simple, but I'm going to try today. Okay, and here is another green pick that I will be using. Grab some more of that as well. These picks here that I'm using were from a garland, a Christmas garland. So I like to take garlands apart that I see that have like really good supply on them, because sometimes you can get a better deal buying garland than you can buying the pick. And sometimes you don't always find the right picks, but you see them in the garland and you just, you know, you could use anything that's in the garland. So I think on this one I am going to do ribbon in the center. So we will see if I go with that or not. So I have 3 on that side, I'm gonna do 3 on this side. So you can paint the beads any color you want. You can spray paint them, you can hand paint them. You could do red. Red would be really pretty on a door. And then these two, you don't always have to put the greenery on the bottom. You could literally put it sideways, you could put it on the top. For this one, I'm making it, I'm gonna make it more like this. We'll see, actually. Trying to decide. I'm gonna make it a little sideways. Thinking possibly adding some of this green to it. This is actually one of my favorite greens from Hobby Lobby during the fall. But I like to use it in my winter wreaths as well. Sometimes it's actually good in summer wreaths depending on what you're making, because it has like this blue green color. But I'm going to be using the darker green out of it. And this is when it gets tricky. It's kind of, this is just a thinner wire here. So I got it through one area. Now I'm pushing it through like so. And then I can push it through the next one. Okay, and then I'll leave the blue green color to the side and use that for another wreath. I cut the stem a little shorter on this one this time, and it'll be easier to poke in that way. The symmetry doesn't have to be perfect unless the customer likes that. Hot. Let's gotta find another berry, the smaller berries. There they are. some behind as well because they're a longer stem. And one behind here. That one poked through a little farther than I thought. I guess I'll just cut it. Usually I have a lot more of this greenery for from fall, but this time it went quickly and I didn't get a chance to stock up on it. So I won't be able to have this until they have fall again, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure that's what it is. With this too, I might possibly add berries, red berries, just to give it more of a Christmassy feel. Adding these larger berries, it comes with the 2 and then the 1. Again, add some more blue and go behind. Ouch. Oh, okay. I'm thinking I might add pheasant feathers to this. Her last wreath, she loved pheasant feathers. I think I put pheasant feathers in. So, I might do that to this one again. Awesome how fast some of these wreaths can take. Some wreaths I do take a long time, and but when I have like an idea in my head, it can just be pretty quick. And this is one of those. I am going to step back and check out some of the supply I have to see if I want to add anything. Okay, so I think I'm going to be adding a bow in this color, the nice and red, so it'll stand out. And I'm going to grab some more greenery that I already have in the wreath. And since this center part is going to be covered, you can really just go crisscross on a lot of these stems. It gets harder to poke things in once it's getting fuller just because everything's kind of in there. But with these, they have a nice like thin wire, so they go in pretty easy most of the time. sometimes if you have to make them shorter, just cut off some of the supply that's on there and then cut down the wire to make it shorter. Dip it in the glue, same thing, and just poke it in. Not going too well, so I'm gonna just cut it shorter. This time I'm gonna look to see where I'm poking it. As you can see some of the glue, so be sure to cover that. I'll probably be making more of these hoops in my store. My glue is a little hot, it's steaming. I got different glue and I shouldn't have done that because it smells different, it burns different, and it dries different. It's a little bit white compared to the glue I typically use. So sometimes changing isn't always a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna add some more of these leaves. Number of berries, but it's all that I have left, and so I'm just gonna take them and use a little glue at the end and put them in like so. They may show or they may not with the bow. Let's see. Decided I just want to use simple. I think simple, but I'm going to test this bow real quick. So I just used wire and made this bow. Sorry, I didn't make it today, so I cannot show you that at this time. Through the greens. Okay. And then I just go behind and I put the wire together. Okay. This is velvet, so it tends to grab all the goodies off of my table. Sometimes I have to go and get one of those lint rollers. So I also want to check to make sure there's no glue showing, and if so, I'll just use supply to cover. And deciding if I want, I think I'm gonna keep the tail longer. I'll probably send her a picture to show her what it looks like. Since this is like a shiny color, I'm gonna go ahead and check to see what berries look like in this, and I think honestly that I'm gonna probably like that. So I'm gonna grab some berries. Some shiny ones. So just gonna cut to make them shorter. Oh, maybe. You get this sometimes where it's glued on there, so then it ruins one of the berries. That's not fun. So I'm not even gonna glue them in right now. I'm just gonna test them out, see how I like the red berries, and I think I like them. Yeah, I think the red berries with the red ribbon really make it pop. So I'll use those. Do one more. I'm gonna just check to see what it looks like long, like if I were to put this as a background. These berries have like wire in them too, so it's kind of nice. You can move them around. Find a spot now. There we go. All right. I think I'm gonna put one more. More of the green. So wish I had more of the berries. See a little area that needs filled, which is right here. Since I don't have very many of these green, I'm just gonna use them. Fill up this area. All right, it is finished. I like it. I feel like I need one more berry here. I didn't glue those in yet, but I will. So that's how easy it is to make a wood bead hoop wreath. And it's super fun. You could do any color berries, any color, anything. And it will just be so pretty.